My name is Masterlink, and I'm here to guide you through on how to set up Ocarina of Time Randomizer version 2.0 and 3.0. For version 2.0, it's really just super simple. All you need to do is go to this Discord link and scroll up and find the item randomizer version 2.0 release and go there and download it. And you will need Ocarina of Time version 1.0 US, or Ocarina of Time US version 1.0. That's what you need. You can get this in here, but this file is quite large. It's 500 megs, which isn't that large. It's half of a gig, but hey. It contains all of the Ocarina of Time ROMs, as it says, for multiple consoles, which is very nice. And if you want, you can use an EverDrive flash card for the 64, and it will basically, it's, you can put ROMs onto the EverDrive and play it on the Nintendo 64, and it'll play it, which is very nice. But I've heard it's expensive. I have not checked it out personally. I've heard it's like $200, which is quite expensive for a drive. But if you're playing this game and you want to not lose track of what you have, you can get a tracker. There's the Emo tracker, Balliston's item tracker, Zarbian number plays, Kueler's item tracker, Hero of Time tracker. I personally use the Emo tracker on the Discord. It looks like this thing over here, and you can just click it and it'll take you to their Discord where you can download the Emo tracker. It's also this thing right here. But the emulators that you should play on are RetroArch, Lupin, and BizHawk. But you can play on Project 64. Everyone doesn't like it, but I personally like it because it works for me and I get really good frame rates and it looks nice. So, alright. So that's the first Discord one that takes you to the resources on the OOT randomizer. And then this is Project 64, which is this thing right here. Load. There you go. It just takes you here. You go to downloads and download Project 64, whichever version they have out that's newest and the most stable. RetroArch is this one right here. What I find is really nice about RetroArch, I haven't used it, but if it'll load, I can show you what I find is really nice about it. Come on. There you go. It's got multiple supported platforms, even with Windows 98 and iOS and Android and a lot, really. It's just looks really nice. The next one will be BizHawk. This one I personally don't like, mainly because when I downloaded it, well, anyone who downloads it will need the prerequisite installer up here for that version. This site will guide you through a bit on how to which prerequisite installer you need, so that takes care of that. But in BizHawk, when I was running my Ocarina of Time, I was getting 15 frames to 22 frames per second, and it was lagging terribly. So I was like, I need to get this to work in Project 64. And this maybe okay let's just focus on Python. Python.org/downloads. We are now moving into the version 3.0 because with version 2.0 of the item randomizer, you do not need Python. It will run by itself. It's a more simple version. It's more compiled. It's just easier. A lot. So with version 3.0, you have to have Python, and that's this thing right here. Python 3.7.0 is okay. I believe it is an interpreter or scripting software. And let me show you how you might have a problem. If you go through Python 3.7.0 and you click on no, I don't need that. I need just Rando 3.0. Okay, so we go here and you install Python 3.7.0 and you should click on GUI because it opens up the interface. And if it doesn't, then you can press Alt-D and then type in CMD, and it should open up a command prompt. There we go. And then you have this. This is the command prompt for System 32 and whatnot. And this is where this stuff comes in. So, the main problem that I actually experienced was in Python Tkinter not installing already. Like, it didn't come with it for some reason, and I had to modify and personally go in there and click Tkinter. Just make sure on the first. Well, if you don't have Tkinter, go back into Python right here, and I'm recording, right? Please, I'm recording. Okay, good. That's a fear of mine. Didn't accidentally not recording, but you can go into Python. Let's see if it'll load. Come on. It should load. There it goes. You can go to modify if it didn't work the first time, and you need to have TCL/TKN idle checked. You need that. And this one's just for shortcuts and whatever. It's literally more advanced options. But I don't need to do that because I already fixed it. Well, I didn't. I had a lot of help from the people on the Discord from up there. They're really good people. They're really good people. So if you have a problem with Tkinter and you might not know it at the time, but you can type in py.exe space -m space Tkinter or Tkinter. Honey? Oh, okay. And if it installed successfully, then this should appear. It should appear if it installed with Tkinter. If it didn't, you would get a prompt that is something along the lines of syntax error or invalid syntax, and also missing module Tkinter. And what that is, you just need to go back into Python 3.7.0 and use the modify and make sure you click the one that says Taquinter on it. Alright? That's what you really need. And then once you get that, you can just click the GUI. It'll open up this command prompt again. Don't worry. It stays up as long as you have the GUI up, and the GUI loads a bit after this. So now we just wait. Alrighty. So, okay, let me just go through this a little bit. The reason why I have Zoot DEC.64 as my base ROM is because I believe it's already a decompressed file of it, or a compressed file, I'm not sure, but you should find this in one of your folders after making one already. Like, if you've already made a 2.0 ROM, you should have this file. I don't know. I lost where it was, but hey, it's fine. Okay, let's move it down. Spoiler log, that's just if you want a text file to tell you where all the items are. Do not create ROM. I think that's a bad idea. And just leave that blank. Compress ROM. Improve stability, but will take longer to generate. Everything it says right there is completely true. With Project 64, you cannot play it without a compressed version of the ROM, of the randomizer version. And it will take a lot longer to generate. It might be depending on your CPU, but for me, whenever I was in Chrome and having it generate, it blacked out Chrome for a bit. Don't worry about it. It'll go back after it's finished. And that's how you get it to work on Project 64. This is the targeting option, holder switch. I love switch. I hate hold. It's stupid. Main rules. Let's explain this, because right here it basically goes for 2.0 and 3.0, but 2.0 doesn't have some of the versions, or some of the options, especially key sanity and token sanity. That's only 3.0, as they are just implemented by Test Runner, as this is a branch off of the Ampharos and of the let me look at this. I just forgot the name. Come on. Back. No. It should be Apache. Apache is the main creator of the randomizer, and Amazing Ampharos helped a lot with 2.0, and then Test Runner is the leader, your quotation marks, I'm not sure what to call him, but maybe head designer of the unofficial 3.0 randomizer. And 3.0, it comes with a lot of extra settings. Now, because it is not finished and not released yet, well, it's released, but it's not finished, there are going to be bugs. Okay, let's explain this. Open forest means that when you start off, Mido is not guarding the forest or whatever. He won't be there. But the only downside to this is that your Kokiri sword can be anywhere in the game. I am personally playing through on mine, and I looked at a spoiler log because I was like, I really want to know where my sword is. I really like having a sword and I want to feel safe. But it's in Ganon's Tower, the light trial. And I'm like, that's at the end of the game. I can't even get in there without having all of the medallions. Okay, Gerudo's Fortress. This is, if you want to make it easier with Gerudo's Fortress, you can either have to where you have to save all of the carpenters, or rescue one and make it shorter, or you could just start off with a Gerudo card and cheat, basically. But it really just makes it shorter. I feel like for a YouTube run, rescue one carpenter maybe, or a Twitch run. That way you're not like stuck there. With Rainbow Bridge requirement, you can either have all dungeons, all medallions, vanilla requirements, or always open. And I believe vanilla requirements are all medallions, so it's a little bit weird. Number of Ganon's trials. This is how many you have to beat to move forward in Ganon's Tower. Remove Ganon's boss door lock. If you remove it, you can instantly go there if you have like always open on the Rainbow Bridge. So I mean, your go mode for this would just be Master Sword, light arrows, I believe, and Song of Time. Unless you have Open Door of Time, then you won't need Song of Time. Let me move that back. Okay, bomb chews are considered in logic. This is a little bit confusing, not too much, but hey. With the bomb chews are considered in logic, it will, if you get bomb chews from a chest, you will be expected to use bomb chews on any whole area that you can, and you will be expected to go to the bowling alley, because if you select this, it makes it to where if you get bomb chews, you're able to do bowling alley. Unlike in the original game, where the flag was where you have to have a bomb bag to do the bowling alley. All locations reachable. I'm not too sure about that, and I'm not too sure about shuffling Weird Egg. With ocarinas, it might. Oh wait, if you have open forest, you will get the fairy ocarina. Yeah, the fairy ocarina. Also, in this game, it skips a lot of the cutscenes, and you can skip even more if you want to. With in the other tab, shuffle songs with items. This means that songs aren't just in their normal area, and you can get them in a chest, which is fun. And you could get like the light arrows from a song location, like Impa. Gerudo card, that means it'll just be in the play. Key Sanity, man. Alright, Key Sanity means that your dungeon keys may not be in the dungeon. They might be in some other dungeon. I really wonder how many times I'm going to say dungeon. Token Sanity. Alright. Tokens are the Skulltula tokens, those. And if you have it set to dungeons only, the Skulltulas in the dungeon might have like a sword upgrade. Well, not upgrade. It might have the Bigoron sword or something. It's like that. And if you have all tokens, that means all 100 golden Skulltulas can possibly have an important item, depending on the logic. And the logic is it's what the game expects you to do. So say if you have the slingshot and you have Deku 6 or Kokiri sword, you might be expected to go through the Deku tree to get a required item to progress in the randomizer. Maximum expected Skulltula tokens. Okay, so This is just if you want to be lazy or not. So if you have it set to 0, you won't get any items from any of the Skulltula tokens. If you have it to 10, you could possibly get an important item from there. And 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. There is no beyond 50. You can collect all 100 if you want to, even if you're not doing a token sanity, all Skulltula tokens. But the only thing you'll get is the infinite money. Let's move down here. No nighttime Skulltulas without Sunsong. This will make it a little bit harder because you will have to have Sunsong to find any Skulltulas in the wild. No big pose, that just means you won't have to do any of the big pose. No child fishing, no adult fishing, you won't have to do those, and there won't be anything in there. It'll probably be like some rupees if you take it out. No skull mask, mask of truth, big orange sword. This is just detailing if like you want to do all of these. Man on roof without a hook shot. This one is a very easy trick. It's literally you just side hop off of the little tower right next to the roof with the guy in Kakariko Village. It's super easy. You could definitely just put that on and you'll be fine. Child dead hand without Kokiri sword. This one is not that hard either. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, dead hand is hard without the Kokiri sword. You could break your Deku sticks. And all you have to do is just test it out a little bit and get the hang of it. And it's not that hard, really. It takes like 5 Deku sticks, maybe 6, I think. Jump attacks, really. Don't just swing, you might break your stick easier. Craters being art piece and a windmill. HP is told with nothing. I personally don't know how to do this one, so I cannot guarantee if you can. Like side jumping, that's easy. Anyone can side jump. Zero domain entry with Kuko or hover boots. I don't know how to do that one either. Also, fewer tunic requirements. This is an interesting one, and I have not played around with it yet. What I believe, it makes it to where some areas might not require a specific tunic. Also, Lens of Truth. Required everywhere, or Wasteland and chess minigame, or only chess minigame. This is for it's detailing the logic as it says up here. It's like if you don't have the Lens of Truth, you will not be expected to go into the Shadow Temple at all. Even if you have the hook shot, hover boots, or the Dense Fire to activate the area, you will not be expected to go into the Shadow Temple without the Lens of Truth. Let's go to other. These are speed ups. They skip other cutscenes or whatever. Skip tower collapse escape sequence. It just skips where you have to run down the tower at the end of the game. Skip interior castle guard stealth sequence. When you're a kid and you have to go see Zelda to get her letter and Impa's song, it'll skip the stealthy part. You can skip Epona's race, and it just skips it. And this one is a really nice touch. The Big Poe reward only requires 1 Big Poe. That's really nice. Fast chess cutscenes, it just makes it open faster. Start with Scarecrow song. I don't really like this one because it's not that hard at all. OHKO is one hit KO. You can die instantly from anything, no matter what it is. It's a hardcore mode, basically. Same with removing maps and compasses. Progressive bomb choose. I'm not entirely sure what that one does. Randomize Ocarina song notes. Not entirely sure either. But a lot of people in the Discord will most likely know everything about this 3.0. So you just go to the questions hashtag and ask for help in there. Chest size matches contents. That I would actually turn on. That way you could know what you get. Like you might be getting a big item or a compass or a map. And you won't be getting a blue rupee if it's a big chest animation. These are the hints. With the hints, you might need the Mask of Truth, Stone of Agony, or nothing. And they're from the Gossip Songs. Super easy. Text shuffle. This might just be a little bit funny. I think that's all it's for, really. Cosmetics. I have them all set to random. And right now, in my own personal game, I have the Navi Hay whenever I am low on hearts. So yeah. But anyways, the multi-world generation, if you decide to download not the dev version on Test Runner's GitHub, don't mess with any of that, and I seriously would just ask for help on the Discord if you want to mess around with that, because I believe this is letting you do a co-op run. Yeah, this is used for co-op generations. Increasing world count will drastically increase the generation time. So it's like there could be multiple worlds you have to go through. It might essentially be multiple ROMs, not like one ROM, but it might be bigger, like twice as big, because it's another game technically inside the game. But anyways, exit that. What is this? Oh, this right here is the setup for BizHawk. If you want to use that one, I'll put all of these links in the description below for you to watch. Not to watch, to get your own stuff. Hopefully this wasn't too long. It is 27 minutes. I will need timestamps. Wow. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.